Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to start a multi-part series just talking about like human nature and basically, the psyche of people. And there's just because of the interactions that people have with other people. Um, it's a fascinating subject, and there's different things I wanted to cover. So today I wanted to cover self-awareness, and it's something that I've learned more about over the past 15 years than I have in any other part of my life. And so yeah, please stick around. So I think these are very fascinating topics, and some of it I'm going to get a little personal. I try not to get too personal, but just how the different things that I've become aware of and have experienced. I think it's I'm not the only one, and you guys will be able to relate to some of the things I'm speaking on. And ultimately, what my purpose is of this is to basically spread information. I am not a psychiatrist or a clinic physician or anything like that. I am just a human that's experienced life, and just my interactions with other people is what I've have the experience to even speak from. So I hope this helps, and please comment on anything that you find relevant or you find to be not accurate or whatever, and hopefully just overall be more knowledgeable people. So self-awareness, basically I became aware of self-awareness most recently going through my divorce back, let's say I was back in 2013, so say 12, 13 years ago. And in that time, I realized how narcissistic I was, and I was shocked, astonished, and frustrated with myself as to how narcissistic I actually was. And so, through my healing of my divorce and the struggles I had with starting new relationships, so self-awareness became very apparent to me, and I realized that there were certain things that I should have been self-aware of, but I was not. But going through the whole learning process, I did become a lot more self-aware, and I think overall it's made me a better person. And hopefully this can help you identify it and acknowledge it, and strive towards being a better person overall with that understanding and knowledge. So just to give you an example of being self-aware is, I'm sure you've been in these conversations with people, and you're either on the giving side of this or on the receiving side of it. And if you're not self-aware, then it's a problem. It really is a problem. So just an example. So yeah, if you're in a conversation with someone and you're talking back and forth, and one of you is speaking much more than the other person, are you aware that you have their attention, or that they have your attention? And whether and so it's not only that they have your attention, but are they actually listening to you? Are they absorbing what you're saying? And I guess it goes. Let's just use this as an example. So yeah, so let's just clear the air here. Let's do just a two-person conversation. Let's say I'm speaking to you. Okay, so here I'm telling you stuff, and for me to be self-aware, I need to understand whether I have your attention or not. Are you actually listening to what I'm saying, or am I just saying stuff and you're just there occasionally nodding, giving a uh-huh, yeah, oh yeah, you know. So if I'm not self-aware, I'm going to continue to just ramble and just keep saying stuff, and basically you are my dumping ground, and I'm just basically just letting it all out, and I'm not aware that you're even listening. And it's like, do I even care whether you're listening or not? Because I'm just putting out all of my information that I have in my brain that I need to dump out to somebody. So being self-aware would be where I would be conscious of seeing that you're not paying attention, or that you're losing interest, or that I don't have your attention, and I would know then to switch up the conversation, or to just stop talking and then to allow you to talk. So that's self-aware on that part, as far as having a conversation with someone. And then so with that is that if I don't have your attention, I need to do something to either get your attention, or know that it's just time to move on and go to a different topic, or to just ask questions and get input from you instead of me just pushing it all onto you. So that's narcissistic in itself, is to not be self-aware and to just put forth that type of communication on someone. And the other part of self-awareness is being able to read the room. It's like, no matter what environment you're in, whether you're in a grocery store, or you're just in some lounge area, it's being aware of your surroundings, and with that, that's more called situational awareness. But the self-awareness that comes with that situational awareness is that, how does the room change with the people's vibes once you enter that room? Are you being the one that everyone is looking at because you're causing a disturbance, or that there's something that you're doing that has grabbed everybody's attention? Are you self-aware of that, or are you oblivious to it and you're none the wiser? That's something to. I think it's good for you to be aware of those situations, and unless there is a purposeful reason for you to have everybody's attention because you want to, inform these people of something, or want them to know something about what's going on with you, in a normal situation, with just human interactions, that is not a normal thing to occur. For you to come into a room and then all of a sudden, all eyes are focused on you. So that's something to be self-aware of as well. I mean, I certainly wouldn't want just for that to happen to me, unless again I had a purposeful reason that I needed people's attention for a particular reason, not just for my own self-worth or whatever. That's totally different, and that's another issue altogether. But I try, especially with my wife, I try to be as self-aware as possible when we're having conversations, because I don't want it to get to this one-sided thing where either one of us is doing all the talking, the other one's there listening or pretending to listen. So I know, as a general rule, we're both busy doing different things online. She has her online businesses and things that she does studies and research on, as well as I do. And so we each have our own focuses of different things that we work on. Man, it is windy here in northern Georgia. So I know when I speak with her, especially with her hair, I can never tell if she's got an earbud in or not, whether she's listening to a program or nothing. So I will visually get her attention and ask her if she's busy, if she's listening to something. And if she is, she'll stop because she knows I basically want to communicate with her. So she will basically adjust her focus to me and stop, pause her video or whatever it is she's doing to give me the attention. And I so appreciate that. I so respect her for that. And with me, it's a little different, I guess. At least I'm using this as an excuse because I feel that I somewhat have at some level of ADHD or some attention deficit. And although I can multitask on things, when I'm working on something, a lot of my surroundings kind of phase out, and so I get single tracked, and my attention to other things kind of does lose focus, lose track. So I know she said she's actually spoken to me, and I've just ignored her, and it's because I've been so tracked on what I'm doing. I tone it out, and so I in essence didn't hear her. So we've had this conversation. I was like, if you want to speak with me, please ensure that you have my attention. And so if she does speak to me, and I need to be self-aware that someone else is speaking with me, that I need to stop what I'm doing to then change my focus over to her, because I don't want to disrespect her and act like I'm listening and still, click, doing things that I'm working on. So that's a challenge for me, and I'm trying to do better. And I think as long as people work towards improving their faults, then that's a good thing. So self-awareness is I think one of the first things that people need to understand, realize themselves, how they are doing it, and others, and work towards improving your self-awareness, because it's ultimately, the more self-aware you are, the better of a person you can be and are. And so I challenge you, or I encourage you to look more into self-awareness. Even do an AI search or whatever on self-awareness, and it will ultimately improve your relationships with the people that you care most about. So with that, I could ramble on with a bunch of other stuff, and I tell you, there's some very important psychological things that I want to speak about regarding some of my past relationships and my upbringing, and how it's affected me as an adult today, and my interactions and my current relationships. And so I find these all interesting, and I hope you stick around and catch up on some of these videos, because I think that they're going to be beneficial to those that do watch and get something out of it. So again, stick around, and please check out primitiveguy.com. I have a lot of First and Second Amendment apparel there. So if you are those constitutional rights are dear to your heart, those are great pieces to wear out in public, to let people know that you are an advocate for those, and it helps inform the public that they too have those very same rights. So with that, I'll wrap up. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one.